Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today I did this red smoky eye using Revlon lipstick for my liner and Kat Von D lip liner for my eyeliner. If you want to see how I got this look, then go ahead and keep watching. So I already did my right eye, and for liquid liner I used, lipstick, I used my Revlon matte lipstick in Infatuation. So without further ado, let's get started on the other eye. So I already put tape on my left eye, and I'm going to use my NYX Dark Circle Corrector and just my finger to apply that all over the lid. This will just give us a good base for the rest of our shadows. Do these glues ever expire? I swear I just bought this, but So to set my lids, I'm just grabbing any matte white shade. I just happen to grab the Huda Beauty shade Bay and apply that all over my eye. So for today's matte look, I'm going to be using my Morphe 350M palette, and I'm going to start with this matte camel color on a fluffy Morphe brush, and I'm going to blend that into my outer V and crease. Next, I'm going to do the same thing with this slightly deeper camel shade. To start deepening this look, I'm going to use this matte chocolate shade on my small fluffy Morphe brush and concentrate that just a little lower than I did those camel shades. I've wanted to do this red eyeliner look for so long, and I'm so excited. Because we're going to have that red eyeliner, I wanted to make sure that red was incorporated in this look, so I'm going in with this deep red right here on that same Morphe fluffy brush and concentrating it in the same areas that I did that darker brown tone. Grabbing my pointed, I always cross my fingers when I do that. Grabbing my pointed eyeshadow brush, I'm going to grab this darker black shade and concentrate it in my outer V. This is just going to add that extra layer of depth. And grabbing that same fluffy brush and that original dark brown that we used, I'm going to blend everything together. So I really wanted this to be a matte look, so I am going to prep my eyes with my Air Patrol from Benefit, but I don't necessarily want to prep it for a shimmery shade. I want to add it to bring that shape back into the lid. So I'm going to put it on my concealer brush and just brush this anywhere that I want that shape. So for the inner corner, I wanted to do something kind of mauve-y and purple, and so I found this Tarte Holiday Collection palette that I have, and I'm just going to use this mauve-y, almost like muted peachy pink, that color right there. And I'm going to use the brush that came with my Anastasia Subculture palette and just pack that color onto the area we just carved out. And to make sure that we're all blended, I'm going to go back in with that brown shade and that camel shade and blend everything together. And I'm blending in my outer V because I don't want to lose that shade we just placed on the inner corner. So now it's time for our liner, and I'm going to be using the Revlon Ultra Matte in the shade Infatuation, which is a deep, deep red. To apply that liner slash lipstick, I'm going to be using my e.l.f. small smudge brush and gently working it in. And just be careful opening your eyes because it will stick to your crease. Once I have that shape that I'm going for, I'm going to use a, well, this doesn't have a name, but just a lipstick application brush and just deepen that color. And because I'm afraid of it creasing, I don't open my eye. I'm going to set it before I move on to the wing. So to set it, I'm going to be using the color Maneater in the Huda Beauty palette. And I'm just going to take it on an eyeshadow brush and pat in the color. Once it looks matted down, I can move on. I'm just going to continue with this e.l.f. smudge brush and then adding that additional color with the lipstick brush. And I'm really quickly just going to set that. And I'm just going to blend any harsh lines from that tape. We did it. We actually did it. Honestly, this is my first time doing it, and I was a little nervous, and it didn't turn out that bad, and I really like that red color. It's just deep enough where it still gives the impact of liner, but also different enough where it looks really cool. I'm going to use my NYX liquid liner just to add a thin line right at the lash line. You almost can't see it, but I feel like when the lashes are on and the mascara is on, it gives it a little bit more like oomph or like impact. Why do I lose everything? And it's right in front of me. To prep our lashes for falsies, I'm going to be using my Benefit Roller Lash as usual. I feel like this look would be nice with any eye color. For lashes, I'm still addicted to this Ardell Natural Demi Wispy Pack, and so I'm going to throw that on the eye and be right back. I feel like I'm just having a bad lash day. They don't want to go on. I keep trying to tell them, you're going to make this look so much better. Just go on. They won't. Does everybody have days like this where like your lashes just, they're like, nah, don't feel like it. I'm gonna stay off. So lashes are on, and today I just want an extra glow, so I'll be using my Becca Backlight priming filter for primer today. And I'm gonna focus it on the areas of my face that are dry. You can see that it just gives an extra glow to the skin, and because I have so many matte foundations, I'm going to use this just to make it a little dewy. This is what your hand looks like when you do red liquid liner. For foundation today, I'm going to stick on the Becca train and use their Becca Ultimate Coverage Complexion Cream, aka foundation. It is so thick. Mine is in the shade Nude. And I'm just placing that on my beauty blender, tapping it into the areas that I want to cover, and then blending it in. That coverage is insane. Usually my redness shows and I have to do 2 layers of foundation, so if I only have to do 1, I am a happy camper. You can see it's covering all that redness. I'm not really focusing any of this around my under eyes just because the concealer will do that and we'll make sure it's precise then. I cannot wait to smoke out this lash line. It's going to be intense. For concealer today, I'll be using my NYX HD Studio Concealer in shade 1. Once I have that on, I'm just going to blend that in with my beauty blender. So I'm going to use my NYX Dark Circle Concealer and my e.l.f. Concealer brush. And I'm just going to make sure that this line here is sharp. And just pat that in. For my contour today, I'll be using my Anastasia stick in the shade Fawn. I feel like this shadow shade is going to really complement the eye look and also the tone of the Becca foundation. And I'm going to blend that in upwards motions first and then circular motions to make sure we keep that contour line. And per usual, using my NYX eyeshadow brush in B15 to contour my nose. Whenever I do this, it reminds me of Bewitched. It makes me feel like I can twitch it, which I can't. To set my under eyes today, I'll be using my Kat Von D setting powder. I recently fell in love with it, and I'm going to bake my face. So while we bake, I will be doing my brows off camera, and I'll be right back. Okay, brows are done, and I'm going to use my small tapered brush to wipe away the baking. So for bronzer today, I'm actually going to be using my e.l.f. pressed powder in the shade Almond, and it's a little too dark to be a face powder, but it really warms up the skin perfectly. And I'm just going to place that on my forehead, on my cheeks, underneath my chin, just to make sure we bleed. And I'm going to set my nose with that color. So I feel like a broken record when it comes to this, but I'm going to take my NYX contour and highlight palette, and my Flawless concealer brush from e.l.f. and intensify my contour. This shade has just become a staple. Actually, this palette has just become a staple in my collection. Of course, blend it in, and I use it somehow almost every single day. To highlight under my brow bone and give my inner corner a little bit of something, I'm going to be using the color Moon Dust from the Huda Beauty Palette. Just give that look a little more drama, you know. So to smoke this out, I am going to be using the colors Henna, Maneater, and Bossy. And I want to smoke that out. So to continue that lips for eyes trend, I'm going to be using my Kat Von D Everlasting Lip Liner in Lovecraft, and I'm gonna line my waterline with that. Oh my god. I didn't intend for this to be so bright, but it looks good with the look. If that didn't add something, I don't know what will. Those lashes are killing me though. To finish off our eyes, I'm going to be placing Benefit Roller Lash on my bottom lashes. I am so happy with the way this turned out. I feel like we have to use this color now on our lips, right? Okay, got too excited. Not time for lips yet. Let's do highlighter and blush. So for my blush today, I'll be using my Tarte Amazonian Clay blush in Savored and my Morphe Blush Brush. And I try to choose a color that matched the ones on our lids, just to tie it all together. I've never been a blush person, and recently I've just been throwing that on heavy. I don't know what changed, but I just love that pop of color now, especially with this eye look. For highlight today, I'll be using my favorite highlighter, Anastasia Liquid Glow, and I'm gonna be heating my face with it. Oh, wait till you guys see this. Oh, this is gorgeous. I know I've said this before, but it just blends so easily into the rest of your foundation. And once you've warmed it up with your finger, which is my favorite way to apply it, it just looks dewy. It doesn't look too intense or too sparkly. It just looks dewy, and I absolutely love it. And a little goes a long way. Look at that. That is my absolute favorite. I was tempted to do eyeshadow for lipstick just because we're swapping it, but this is so pretty. So I'm gonna use this. Oh, it's Lovecraft by Kat Von D, the same one we lined our eyes with, and I'm gonna line my lips. And I actually have Lovecraft, so I'll finish off my lips. I don't even want to put gloss on there. Like, I think this whole matte look with that Anastasia glow is just killer. Okay, so this is the final look. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe, and I'll see you all in my next video. Bye!